I'm about to lay out some money-saving travel hacks, and we're starting right now. What's up, travel heads? Searching for flights from one airline means you won't have much options in price. You should be spreading out your search and comparing a few prices from different airlines. Try using different sites like Expedia or Skyscanner. I like to use Expedia because it shows me thousands of flights and different prices from different airlines, and not just one airline, a couple of airlines. Sites like Expedia also give you other options like international flights also, and states, and all these other flights. I remember years ago when I didn't know how to save money, nor have I ever traveled out of the country. I was always tempted to purchase one of those exclusive travel deals, which includes your flight, your accommodation, and you also have a tour guide bringing you everywhere, but it is with a group of people. With the price being pretty cheap and everything is being planned out for you, but at the end of the day, I didn't end up trying it. There are really a lot of cheap deals out there. Say if you're on a budget, or if you're not comfortable traveling alone, you could try one of those exclusive travel deals and have a tour guide bring you guys around. So check out sites like Groupon and go to their travel exclusive deals. Hotels are quite expensive unless you are willing to pay for a 3-star hotel or under, which is kind of like a 5-star rating of an Airbnb price. Like I talked about earlier on flights, there are other websites where you can check out prices for different type of accommodation. I like to use Airbnb because I get to check out homes, apartments, studios from owner housing, which also includes different things that hotels don't. And you get to choose a large different variety of things like your room, your balcony, and if you want a whole house, and where you want to be located at, what places do you want to stay at for like the best local ambiance. And plus there's kitchens provided at these Airbnbs when you choose one with a kitchen. So that actually leads me to the next one, so continue watching. Eating out has its pros and its cons. Cons like spending quite a bit of money at a restaurant where you have to dine in. Doesn't matter where you're dining in, it's gonna cost more than, say, if you were to go grocery shopping and just buy food and cook back at home, cook a big portion so you could just eat at home before you head out. Cooking at your stay can save you quite a bit of money, but the cons of doing that is you don't get to feel the ambiance of the food you're traveling around to eat. Yeah, you're gonna try 1 or 2 meals, but for me, when I travel, I love to try multiple different type of meals around that area and feel that ambiance of it. Wherever you go, it doesn't matter if it's the bar, the club, or at a restaurant, alcohol is expensive, right? Isn't that just true? I don't drink, but I'm always around people that drink, so I see the price difference. And if you think about it, if you really don't spend any money or don't drink at all, then you'll know how much money you save from alcohol alone. I feel like alcohol is one of the mass spending that people spend while they're on their trip, and they'll be shocked of how much they save if they really don't drink alcohol or include alcohol into their budget. Summer is the time where your kids are out of school and you take advantage of the almost every day is a sunny day to take your family out on a trip. That means summer is the worst time to travel if you are trying to save money while traveling. Notice how traveling during summer is like everything is like 30% higher than if you were to travel off season. Accommodation, flights, food too, like everything raised up in price. But imagine that 30% that you can be saving or going on another trip with if you were traveling off season. Think about it. Renting a car, paying for insurance and gas adds up in price. If you're staying like at a downtown area, then just do a lot of self-research. Think of where all the public transportation like the bus is and if it's walking distance away, because you'd be surprised. Last month I visited Toronto, Canada, where the first 2 days I was solo traveling and I stayed in the outskirts of downtown, but it was really close to the DN Tower. I didn't rent a car because I didn't want to stress about parking also, because you know you gotta pay for parking nowadays, especially if you're near downtown area. So all I really did was walk around the area to the point where I was really familiar with where I was and where downtown is and where everything is. You just really need to be prepared to walk 7 to 13 miles a day, or even more sometimes. But on the 3rd day of my Toronto trip, my friends picked me up with the car, which means I had to pay for that day of the car rental, split with my friends, insurance, gas, and parking, which was really expensive around the area where I was like, man, what am I doing? I could just be walking everywhere that we're going right now. Out of the 6 days in Toronto, I really felt like the only day we needed a car was when we drove all the way to Niagara Falls. Other than that, if I was staying around downtown area, I just walk around. I would have saved a couple $100s. Traveling out of country can be expensive in your mind, but that all depends on the location you choose. Say if you were to travel to Europe from the USA, currency in Europe is higher than the USA, so of course things are going to be more expensive. I'm talking about everything, like even food and stuff. But say if you were to travel to like a place like Southeast Asia, where the currency around there fluctuates, but it's still a lot lower than the USA. If you're from America and you travel to some place like Southeast Asia, then the most expensive thing you're really gonna spend money on is your plane ticket. Say if you are out there for like a whole week or two, your plane ticket might still add up to be more expensive than everything you did in Southeast Asia in total. Talk about accommodation and food and all your tours may not even add up as expensive as your plane ticket. Depend on how you set your plane ticket up though. I actually have a little video on about how you can search for cheaper plane tickets. I'll link it up right here below, so check it out later after this video is done. What are ways you save money on your travels? Let me know in a comment below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell button. Thank you, travel heads, and until then.